So this morning we're going to set some beetroot. We're going to get them in these little cardboard modular trays. And the idea of these are that the beetroot will grow and gradually the roots will come through the cardboard container, and you'll be able to plant the little module straight into your garden. They're quite inexpensive, these, easy enough to buy. You can make your own out of newspaper, but it's quite a fiddly job. The other thing about these modular cardboard trays is that you can cut them to fit the whole tray. So I've got 3 full trays in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, because what I want to do is make the most of this plastic tray. Now I've picked a plastic tray that hasn't got drainage in it, because it's going to be a bit like hydroponics. So the little cardboard modules will sit in a little bit of water so that they'll soak up the moisture and water the beetroot seed, and they'll keep it moist. Now you can use it for other veg as well. I mean, you could set leeks, and any veg really. You can set beetroot in your garden sort of end of March, April time, but because it's just the end of February and it's still quite cold out, they might struggle to germinate if you set them out in your garden now. And if we had a frost, the young seedlings, it might damage them or kill them. So what we're going to do is set them indoors about a month, 6 weeks early, and that just gives you a longer for them to germinate and to grow on, and it gives you a longer growing season. Yeah, which is quite good for things that are tender, such as melons and that sort of thing. It's better to get them started early, and gives them a long enough season to produce the fruits or the vegetables that you're requiring. So all I'm going to do is just pop some compost, a good peat-free compost again. I'm just going to put one in that corner, just so we've got a full tray. So, just tap them down. And then we're going to set the beetroot. So I've chosen an old-fashioned variety. It's called Boltardy, and it's a variety that is pretty reliable as regards of not running to seed or bolting, which means that the beetroot itself tries to set its own seed. So once it starts to set seed, it puts like a flower spike up, and you get like a woody stem, and that woody stem goes right down through your beetroot bulb, and it becomes inedible. So what you're wanting to do is avoid that happening. Now beetroot seed are quite unusual in the fact that they look like one seed, but actually they're little clusters of seeds. So you don't want to put more than one in each module, and if you're setting them in the garden, you want to space them out. Don't put a full row. Yeah. Don't put them touching as a full row, because you'll get hundreds and hundreds of beetroot and they won't grow properly. So just put one on the top of each module. Quite a decent sized seed, so that they're easy to handle, even for me. I'm quite clumsy. Well, beetroot's quite a good veg to grow. It's easy. It's fairly easy to grow. It's low maintenance, and it's quite productive. So, and it's easy to store as well. So you can pickle it. It's very versatile. You can roast it. We make beetroot brownies out of it. So yeah, it's a very versatile crop. And the other thing about beetroot as well is that you can eat the leaves. So if you pick them as young leaves, if you put those in your salad, they add a different colour and a different taste to your salads, and I quite like it. It's a very mild beetrooty taste. It's quite earthy. I like it in a salad. I'm not being too exact with how deep I'm putting them. No. Because each seed is a cluster of seeds, I'd expect there to be at least one beetroot in each. Right, okay. in each module. Yeah. You might get 2 or 3. You might not get any. But because you've set plenty, I mean, you've got enough there for a good couple of rows in a garden. Keep them warm while they germinate. Right, okay. Yeah, and then obviously they can come into your cool greenhouse, your cold greenhouse. So we're in the last week of February now, and you've already got some veg that you're going to be growing on, ready to plant out end of March, mid-April.